I told you, George!
Watch your head.
66167 major accident.
661.
I don't know.
66167 major accident. 1301 North Summit Avenue at LHS North. Got reports of 2 vehicles. 1 vehicle's possibly going to be a DWI.
61, I'm running code.
There you go. Our DWI accident. Can't catch them all.
I know. All right, let's get this truck off the roadway.
So, you want to hear about the 2 drunk guys who got arrested? Drunk driver?
Are you serious? Shut up, George. Just shut up.
Box number 418 operating on channel 2, engine 161, medic 161, respond to a major accident, 1301 North Summit Avenue. Engine 161, medic 161, respond to a major accident, 1301 North Summit Avenue. Going to be at the Lewisville High School North Campus. Timeout's going to be 1346. Go to channel 2.
Medic 162 en route to major accident.
Whatever, man.
Guys, I called the cops. I'm really sorry. They're gonna be here just a little bit, okay? I don't just be calm, right?
How can you be calm?
Because I don't know. Just be calm. I don't know.
Explain to me what happened.
We were driving, and then he wasn't there, and then he was, and then we just crashed, and I don't know what's happening.
Detective! Brett! I need 2 collars and boards.
What's your name?
Charity.
Charity, come over here with me.
I'm
Calm down.
sorry.
It smells like you've been drinking. How much you had to drink tonight?
Not a lot. I didn't.
What is not a lot?
Just a can or 2. Just
Every year they try to come up with a different theme. We've been here before for the theme has been not wearing your seatbelts, and then we leave here and we go to an accident. I'll tell you, it'll be that very weekend with someone who's dead in a car, actually thrown from a car because they weren't wearing their seatbelt. And then let's change it another year to drag racing. No sooner do we get done with that one, we're hauling somebody off in a hearse that was drag racing. And then, let me see, the theme was drinking and driving, whole bunch of accidents, whole bunch of fatalities there. And then we did one last year on distractions, you know, music, texting while you're driving. We did that on a Friday, and that Saturday night, we had a very nice young lady leaving a restaurant, texting a friend, and lost her vision, lost her sight, if you will, paying attention, and drove off into Lake Lewisville.
Okay. Turn around for me and face the fireman.
Yes.
You're under arrest at this time for driving while intoxicated.
Can I call my dad right quick?
Okay.
Hey, my dad's gonna be here in like 2 minutes. Can you call him? Can I call him?
Back here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying anything else. My lawyer will talk to you as soon as he. You guys are going down for this.
Have a seat.
Bad decision.
As her car began to sink, and she tried to kick through the windshield unsuccessfully and knew she was about to die, an off-duty Denton firefighter who was there fishing with his son saw it, jumped in the water, swam over, got the door open, it wedged his leg in the door, and the car immediately went down into 22 feet of water. And he thought, that's it, this is how I'm going to die, trying to rescue this lady at the bottom of this lake. And unfortunately, when the car reached the bottom, the pressure equalized, and he was able, he had her by the hair, and he was able to pull her to the surface and swim her to a friend. Now, he was awarded the Award of Valor for what he did. She was awarded with her life.
Kyle, can you hear me?
See, every year they try to come up with a different theme, and we do good. We have a lot of people that come here and they realize this is not a joke. This is not as pretend as you think. But maybe the theme ought to be that it's time to just get serious.
Kyle, what now?
Last week we were on I-35 with a very nice lady who was on her cell phone, and 1 minute doing that, the next second she was dead in her car. You see, that's reality. That's not pretend. That's not TV. See, we've actually grown into a society or a culture that, you know, we're so used to TV shows and video games and everything else that when all the killing and all the shooting and all the car crashes and all that stuff's done, and you shut it off, just like my kids do, when you shut it off, it goes away. But see, that's not reality, all right? It's reality for what you're doing with what's in front of you, with your television set, or with whatever you're holding in your hand. It's not reality what goes on in the streets. And see, this is what's disturbing. And you need to etch this inside your brain today, if you will. The leading cause of deaths to teenagers in the United States, the leading cause of deaths to teenagers is car crashes. Car crashes are killing more kids than anything else. They're happening in the evening, mostly in the evening on the weekends. They're happening because of distractions, driving too fast, and not wearing seatbelts. And then there's a whole list of other things. Of the 5,000 children, and I'll just say, young adults, the teenagers that die each year, the 5,000, the remaining people involved in those wrecks of teenage, all right, we're talking in their teens, results in another 400,000 injuries. And I'm not necessarily talking to someone who just broke their nose or bumped their knee. I'm talking people, often in cases, that are now in wheelchairs, that are missing limbs. See, this is serious, and it really is time to get serious. Because anything that's instant, anything that zips up through space and comes back down, and your cell phone, you know, and you're on the internet or whatever, is all wonderful. You know, a lot of instant things are great, but there's a lot of instant things that are not, like death. And I'm not trying to just drag you down to a level and just make you so sad today. See, that's not the point. The point is, with all the smiles every year, and with some of the folks that take this seriously and some that don't, you know, the point is when you leave here, whether you're willing to admit it to your friends or not, is that, you know what, you learn something. You'll learn how to do something pretty important, and that's live. See, we all fall to peer pressure. We all fall to who's got better jeans and shoes, and I go through this with my kids all the time, and I'm like, you know, and then as they mature, those things no longer become important. And then when you become a parent, none of that's important, because all that's important as a guardian is that your kids, that they live, that they come home, and that they, you know, that, I mean, that you don't see what you see in the news, you read a newspaper, is happening right here.